beginning with just following your breath. You can close your eyes or gently bring your gaze inward and just start breathing in and out through the nose, following that natural flow of any kind of rising and falling, expanding, contraction. So just settling into the breath without forcing, dropping your weight into the seat beneath you. Just allowing yourself to settle as you just breathe in and out. And add a little bit of a somatic movement with the arms to express this expansion outwards. And then that recovery where we come back inward. Inhaling and exhaling, coming back to the body. Good. And start to play here with how big or small these motions want to be as they follow your breath today. So maybe it's a tiny expansion out. Maybe it's just a very little bit. Or maybe it's like a full open expansion. And after every expansion comes this period of recovery where you come back inward a little bit. So breathing out in and breathing out. Good. A couple more here. Breathing in and out. Taking our hands into fists and just start tapping along the body. We're going to break up any kind of stuckness, any stagnant energy that's needing to move. Things that are maybe impeding some of the full recovery that we want or impeding some of the expansion that we desire. And you can take this where is comfortable for your body. You may not feel like tapping in the belly region, and that's okay. But if you do, just tapping in here, wake this part of your body up, coming into the hip flexors, right? Lower belly, mid belly, chest. Keep it wherever is right for you on the sides, taking it to the back body. And as you get into the back body and you break up this stagnant energy, add a little vocalization. Ah, it's like when you're a little kid and you're making all of these sounds of play and discovery. So, letting yourself release any of that energy that's been stuck so that you can begin to expand outwards even further, dropping the hands into the lap, pausing with your palms up and just noticing. Noticing where the body has come back to life, where you feel energy actively flowing, buzzing, tingling, heat. Notice where you feel points of coolness on the skin. Or if you feel any desire for something else, like a stretch or a little bit of a cat cow, whatever the body is asking for, just notice. And maybe it's not asking for anything. So you're just being aware. Right? That's what recovery is. Recovery are these periods of noticing what the body liked or likes, would like, what it needs. And if we can, providing that, right? So that's what recovery is. And now come back to the breath, breathing in and out, and see how it feels to flow with the arms again. And notice if there's any change here. There may not be, but just start to notice any subtle shifts in this expansion and the recovery. Maybe it's the same, but it just feels a little bit softer or smoother, right? Maybe you've been able to expand a little bit more or stay closer to the chest. Whatever that is, just let it be. Breathing in and out. Taking the arms up above the head into a V shape with your thumbs pointing toward the center. We're going to do some fire breathing. So in through the nose, out through the nose. A quick breath in the nose and a nice active breath out where we pull the abdomen in on the exhale. Good. Keep going here. Keep that breath going. This is a very active way of breathing. We're building up heat in the body. We're building a little bit of mobilization, a little bit of action in the body to help further stoke the fuel of expansion, the fuel of forward momentum, right? So keep that going here. Relaxing the shoulders, notice any tendency to creep up or tighten the whole body, bringing a little bit of softness where you can while bringing that abdomen in. Two more here. Inhale, Hold the breath, hold, 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 keeping the arms above the head, nice and strong. I know they're tired. Keep them up there, holding that breath, feeling that heat, feeling that energy rise and move around the body in all of the space that it now has access to. Maybe so much so that it's coming out the crown of your head, but allow that energy to move. And exhale, release the hands into the lap. Pause and notice. Notice as you give yourself this moment of relief, a little bit of reprieve from holding the arms up. Notice what activation, what energy is feeling like it's moving a little bit more, where there's some heat, maybe where there's a little bit of fatigue, right? As we expand, there will be tenderness and fatigue. And then as we recover, we can start to notice that, oh, yeah, that felt really tiring, but now it feels really warm and maybe spacious and alive again. So just noticing. And then taking your right hand, take your pointer, your index finger and point, and hold the arm out at a 90-degree angle. Slowly turn the head so that your gaze is following along the top of your arm to where the finger is pointing. Breathing in and breathing out. And just noticing. That's not too hard, right? It's not too hard. It's not too easy. But yeah, you're really actively holding here. And then start to slowly turn the head facing forward as you hold here. Notice how it gets, ooh, it increases a little bit of that tension of the holding as we stretch our fascia here. On your next exhale, breathing in, and on your next exhale, slowly turning the gaze away, and notice how that increases. Notice how that tension ramps up a little bit. We really feel that stretch here. You can even turn the gaze a little bit past your shoulder if that's accessible. If not, come back. We don't want to hurt, but we do want to feel the discomfort. And as you feel this discomfort, this discomfort in maybe something new or out of the typical, right? I want you to focus on dropping the shoulders, softening the jaw, softening the gaze, softening the belly. Hold for a little bit more. One more breath here. Exhale, release, dropping the hand in and just notice. Allow this side to recover. We're allowing the right side to recover, but notice there was this friction, right? This discomfort there. Yet right now, how does it feel compared to the left? Where do you feel those sparks of aliveness? Try it with the other side now, taking the left arm out with our pointer finger, 90-degree angle, turning your gaze to face the same direction, breathing in through the nose and out. Good. Nice and relaxed. Turning your gaze forward, looking at all the new possibilities that exist in front of you. Turning your gaze away, mine toward a kitty cat. And start to feel that stretch in the fascia. And as you feel it, relax that shoulder, soften the eyes, soften the jaw, keeping that arm held high and strong. Remembering that the discomfort is temporary and the discomfort is also necessary before recovery can happen. And the discomfort also allows you to stretch those limits to see something new that's possible, to experience something different. On your next exhale, turning forward, dropping the arm, pausing here, closing the eyes, coming into the body for a moment of just silence and stillness, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Noticing what comes up for you, what thoughts come up, what sensations, what colors, maybe words or images and memories or sounds. Dropping into your seat a little bit more for a few more seconds of quiet. Closing with the chant Lam, which is tuning into our root chakra. We'll take a breath in through the nose, out the mouth. Inhale to begin. Lam. Two more chants here. Lam. One more here. Lam. Feeling the vibrations as they travel through your skull, through your jaw, down into the chest, into the belly, right? Allowing that to be a sense of rooting into the wisdom of recovery, rooting into the ways that you can respect the process. Releasing there, awakening your hands, awakening your body with your hands rubbing along your thighs, a little bit of friction here, blinking your eyes open. Thank you for this practice.